What's up, guys? We back with another video. It's your favorite luchador, Fuego del Sol. I know I need to upload more. It's clear as day. We've been past this, but today is December 31st, 2018, the last day of the year, and I did a lot of wrestling in December. Unfortunately, I didn't get a lot of wrestling footage, so I didn't put up a vlog. And you know me, like, what kind of video would I put up that doesn't have wrestling in it? Like, what? Who do you think I am, Sammy Guevara? Come on, guys. If I put up a video, it's got to have wrestling in it. And unfortunately, I just wasn't able to get match footage. But December 1st, I wrestled twice for World Class Revolution. December 13th, I wrestled for the debuting Journey Pro in Kansas City, Kansas against Jay Fowler. Really good match, really enjoyed that. And then finally, to finish up the year, I wrestled for Wrestling for a Cause in Claremore, Oklahoma on December 15th. And I didn't get footage of any of those matches, but I had a great December, and I was very happy with how it turned out. But since we're about to start a new year, I thought it's a great time to look back on my 2018. You know, I put up this long, sappy post on both my Facebook and my Instagram, as you can probably see here. And if you want to check it out, you can go read it on those. But it was just basically talking about how great this year has been for me. What I consider one of my best years in pro wrestling. See, I made my debut on May 24th, 2014. So it's been about 4.5 years in the business. And yeah, 2018 by far was my best year. So I thought, why don't we do a Fuego 2018 retrospective? Look back on the year, my favorite moments, my favorite matches, and just kind of not look at every match, but go through and check out a bunch of my matches. So I had 54 matches this year. Started it out on January 19th at Sabotage Wrestling against Heather Monroe. Fun fact, this was for the Sabotage World Championship. I had never had an intergender match before. That was my first intergender match. And man, as you can maybe see by a GIF here, if I'm good with editing and can find it, it was a really fun match. I thoroughly enjoyed wrestling her. Would love to do it again. I said it in the post on my Facebook and Instagram. She's very upcoming. She teams with Joey Ryan's wife as the Killer Bays. They are a great tag team. I would love to wrestle her again. We brought out the best of each other that night, and your boy, on his first show this year, won the Sabotage Wrestling World Championship. I then, however, went on to lose it in like 8 minutes later. But who's counting? I was a champ. It's in the record books. You can't change it. World champion, Fuego del Sol. Simple as that, right? But all of January and February, for that matter, was just loaded with great shows. Literally on January 20th, the next day, I was in a ladder match for the IWR at the time Revolutionary Championship. I didn't win, but I did a giant moonsault off a ladder. I did some cool stuff that match that I was very happy with. IWR has since changed to World Class Revolution. That's my home promotion in Oklahoma. But back then, it was known as IWR. The week after that, January 25th, on Pro Wrestling Religion Show, a new promotion in Dallas, who has now since moved to Austin, I was in a 5-way scramble match with none other than Matt Cross. And man, what an honor it was to step into the ring with an indie legend like the man himself, also known as Son of Havoc on Lucha Underground. Very happy and proud to wrestle in the ring with Matt Cross, and that is on a vlog. You can go check out highlights of that match. Literally, the week after that, like I said, February and January was packed. On February 3rd, I was in a triple threat match with Chandler Hopkins and Ring of Honor's Flip Gordon. So we're starting off the year hot this past year, man. Won a world title, wrestled in a ladder match, wrestled Flip Gordon and Matt Cross. just like that, the year was just on fire, no pun intended, for Fuego del Sol. So if I can fast forward a little bit past a few matches, I got to announce that I was going to debut for Chikara in March. I got to be a part of their Young Lions Cup, got to fly to Philadelphia, wrestle at the Chikara Wrestle Factory in a Fatal 4-Way. What a pleasure and an honor that was, and I would love to wrestle for Chikara again. There's also a vlog of my travels to that. Go check it out for a bunch of cool highlights, man. I did a crazy rope-to-rope spiral tap, you know, a Cancun tornado to the outside onto everybody, just like Fuego does. Soaring, scoring, high-flying, death-defying, you know what I do. Literally, not even a week later, I stepped in the ring with the Machine, Brian Cage.
I thought this was it. I thought this was the death of Fuego del Sol finally. Well, you know what? If nothing else, tonight, Fuego has earned the respect of every single person in this building because he has lasted way longer than anybody thought he would.
Fuego charges in. Springboard moonsault into a DDT.
And not only did I prove I belonged in the ring with Brian Cage, but I almost won and we stole the freaking show. Very proud of that match. One of probably my top 3 matches of 2018. A month after the Brian Cage match, I stepped in the ring with Jeff Cobb in a triple threat match that also included Prince Mahali. Let me just show you the ending of that match. There was a whole vlog about it, which you can go check out. All of these vlogs will be linked in the description below. But here's a cool clip of how that match ended. After he slammed me into oblivion with the Tour of the Islands, he picked me up, he shook my hand, he raised my hand. So much respect for probably the strongest man in wrestling, Jeff Cobb. That's what I wanted. I wanted to step in the ring this year with high caliber opponents. And that is exactly how I sum up my 2018. The week after that, April 28th, I wrestled 2 shows in one day. I did a taco festival in Dallas, and then I drove 2 hours to get to a Sabotage show to wrestle Lacey Lane in Austin, Texas. Lacey Lane has recently been signed by the WWE. She competed in the Mae Young Classic 2. What a match this was. This was my 2nd ever intergender match, and I think it was just as good as the first. I don't know why. I wrestle really good against girls. For some reason, we have really good matches, but it's Fuego. I wrestle good matches with just about anybody. Lacey Lane, hell of a talent. Loved this match. Fast forward into May. I got to step in the ring with a legend of the sport, Juventud Guerrera. It was May 26th in Wichita, Kansas for World Class Revolution. And I was so proud and honored to be able to step in the ring with such a legend. And what a match that was. We got This Is Awesome chance. It stole the show. Here's some quick highlights of it if you haven't seen it already. Such an honor to step in the ring with Juventud, and that wasn't the only time we stepped in the ring together this year, but more on that in just a little bit. Throughout the year, I just had some great matches. I had a 2-show weekend for World Class where I got to step in the ring with Mecha Wolf in a 5-way match in Dallas, Texas. We killed it in that match as well. I hit a shooting star press to the floor. We did all kind of crazy stuff in that match. Then the next day at La Cantina, also in Dallas, Texas, I did a crazy dive off the stage onto everybody. It was really cool. I had a ton of super fun multi-man matches. August, I got to step in the ring one-on-one with Lucha Underground and Impact Wrestling's own Taya. It was my third ever intergender match. I just killed it against women this year. Me and Taya stole the show that night on iPay-per-view in Dallas, Texas. It was great. Went one-on-one with not only a woman, but one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. And she brought her A game that night, but so did your boy, and we killed it. I got to wrestle in September once again against Juventud Guerrera, and the second time was even better. There's a vlog about that, and I promise you this won't be the last time we step in the ring with each other. Fuego Juvi 3 is coming very soon. October 12th, I got to make my AAW wrestling debut. AAW, a company out of Chicago, one would say one of the top 5 best independent companies in the world, and they had a showcase multi-man match to prove who was some of the best guys upcoming in Texas. I was a part of that match, did the shooting star press to the floor, showed out, proved to the world why I deserve to be a part of AAW shows. Speaking of that, look for me in February when they come back to Austin, Texas, to be on that show once again. November 10th, probably had my favorite match of my whole career against Eli Everfly at Sabotage Wrestling. We absolutely stole the show. We went balls to the wall the whole time. I will hopefully release that match either highlight video style or full match soon. But here's a couple highlights if you haven't seen it already.
He's going to try and kill Fuego del Sol.
Holy shit, what a maneuver off the top rope! Good Lord!
How is Fuego moving?
How
are either of these guys moving?
The innovation of Eli Everfly never ceases to amaze me. Fuego del Sol!
Oh, God! He's dead! He's dead!
What a great way to almost end the year. Like I said, I had a few more matches in December, but man, what a highlight this year was. Like, if you think about all of the things I got to do, wrestling Matt Cross, Brian Cage, Flip Gordon, Jeff Cobb, Taya, and then 2 matches against Juventud Guerrera. Very proud of every one of those. Killer matches against great upcoming talent like Heather Monroe, like Lacey Lane, like Eli Everfly, and prove that I should be one of the most talked about upcoming talents, not only in this area, but in the whole world. Proud of my performances this year, and can't wait to see what 2019 brings Fuego del Sol. Working on something pretty cool, hopefully at the beginning of the year, if I can release it and get it done. It takes a lot of editing. It's going to be a cool video. I'm going to need all you guys' help to share it. And I hate being that guy that says, oh, something big is coming. But something big is coming. Let's talk about, though, next year. We're going to pick up just where 2018 left off. We're going to keep killing it. We're going to keep grinding. We're going to keep chasing this dream. Some big goals for me next year is to get out of Oklahoma more. I make good money in Oklahoma. I wrestle often in Oklahoma, especially for World Class Wrestling, and they travel around a little bit too, but I'm trying to break out into bigger companies this year, so that's a big goal of mine. Another big goal of mine is to wrestle more big names, wrestle so many names that I become a name in 2019. I want to return to Chikara. I want to return to AAW. I want to keep doing what Fuego does best, and that is stealing every show he's on. Let's start that off big. Oklahoma City. Next month, January 20th, I'll be wrestling a show after a NBA game. That's pretty cool. Who knows who I'll be wrestling them, but stay tuned for that. Like I said, I will be returning to AAW when they come back down to Austin in February. Already January, February, and March is all booked to the max. I got at least 6 shows each month already lined up, hopefully ready to add more. But I hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel, so thank you guys so much for that this year. So much big stuff, man. I keep talking, I keep rambling, but I just want to mostly say thank you to the fans. For every ticket purchased to come see me wrestle, for every piece of merch bought from me at a show or on my websites, for every like, comment, share on my Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter post, for every like, comment, and share on each and every one of my vlogs or YouTube channels. From the bottom of my heart, I could not do this without each and every one of you, so I say thank you. My New Year's resolution, though, is to upload more. Not only vlogs, but matches and highlight clips as well as promos. Because I got to start running my mouth a little bit more. I'm pretty dang good at it. So that's a goal of mine in 2019 as well. But this video has been long enough. I just want to say thank you guys for spending a little bit of your time checking out a little bit of my life. But I ain't got any more time to show you because I'm too busy living this life. I'm about to go chase my dream, so it's time to put down the phone and go live yours. But I have to say one more time, thank you. Thank you for checking out the life and times all year long of Fuego del Sol.